Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to jump in and see what the Starseed Oracles have to say for us today. Spirit guides, ancestors, oracles, please show me the correct cards, clear picture as to what my collective needs to know today, please. I can't do it without you. Yeah. Show me the card I need to see. The Void. The Void. Stop, embrace. Embrace winter, great cosmic womb. The Void. Everything and nothing exists in the void. It's where all begins and ends. It's the winter of the womb, the fertile darkness where all things originate and all seeds grow. Confronting and intimidating, freeing and daunting. It can feel both overwhelmingly small and huge. The void is where faith lives. The message of the void is to surrender to the unknown, to allow the fertile darkness of nothingness to nourish the new seed growing within you. Regardless of whether you know that you'll one day become, you're being called to surrender to the mystery of what's next, to rest and to allow the winter of your life to do the work for you, to hand over your control and trust that just because you can't see what's happening beneath the surface doesn't mean things aren't working. The greatest weaving happens when we find a way to surrender the trust of our life of being knitted for us. Right beneath the surface, in ways known and unknown, now is the time to cultivate faith and allow deep, deep rest. The void often surfaces at the end of a chapter or life phase, when we're called to let go of all that we know and identify with. When you're in the void, it can feel scary. And if you should be doing some, and you feel like you should be doing something. However, this card appears is a sure sign that you must, the sign that the most productive thing to do is relish, control, and surrender to the changing mysteries of the life. Starseed Soul Inquiry. How are you called to surrender to the unknown mystery of your life? That's pretty. Okay. The Void. Let's see what the tarot has to say for the Void. Ancestors, oracles, please show me the cards I need to see. Please show me the cards I need to see. Thank you. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles in the upright. It's talking about feeling like a missed opportunity or feeling left out in the cold. I'm going to put the Five of Pentacles here, and underneath the deck is the Seven of Wands, and that's talking about, setting boundaries and having a defense up and really standing on guard. It's talking about being a public speaker and standing up for yourself and being able to teach people what you are standing up for, right? So let's jump in. We got the Six of Wands in the upright. We got the Seven of Pentacles in the upright. We got the Eight of Cups in the upright. We got the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. We got the King of Cups in the upright. We got the Page of Wands in the upright. We got the Ace of Swords in the upright. And we got the Five of Pentacles in the upright. Whew. So when it comes to the void, now the Seven of Wands is talking about really standing up for what we believe in, right? And when it comes to the void, it's like a place of in between, right? Where we don't know exactly what's next. but it's like a limbo kind of. It's a phase where we're kind of on the fence about what we should be doing next, right? And that's when we start to get a little bit antsy. So the Six of Swords is talking about moving away from what no longer serves, okay? Sometimes it talks about a near-death experience. It talks about hitting a rock bottom. It talks about recovery of illness. But it's talking about moving away from that. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. And it's the Seven of Pentacles talks about waiting for your seeds that you planted to grow. And when it comes to the void, it talks about the seeds. And that waiting process, right? Before the seed actually starts to grow, and then the plant then starts to have fruit, right? So with this Seven of Pentacles, it's talking about that sudden gain of your investments that you put in. But you're going to have to walk away from what no longer serves you. And we all know what doesn't serve us. We all know what is not good for us. We all just need to take a break and really acknowledge where we are and where we stand and what we stand for with the Seven of Wands. What we stand for. Because the Six of Swords talks about moving away from conflict and what no longer serves you into calmer waters. And the Seven of Pentacles talks about seeing the fruits of your labor coming in, of the things that you had planted. And yes, it's very uncomfortable change. Change is extremely, extremely uncomfortable, but it's extremely beneficial because you do get to see the things that, the milestones, you know, you get to look back and you get to enjoy and say, you know what, I accomplished so much. And I may have went through some really dark days, but there's a lot of good days coming ahead if I keep on the path that I have, right? Because we have the Eight of Cups here, clarified by the Ace of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is talking about moving away from things. Yes, we feel like we have to put things, like we're leaving things in the past, things that we might have put a lot of effort into. You know what I mean? But the Ace of Pentacles is there to tell you that when one door closes, another one opens. And the Ace of Pentacles is there of Sunkoye Dizu coming in with a new opportunity, a new manifestation, maybe a new financial enterprise of some kind of thing. It's a gift saying that you do reap what you sow. So what you put into this world, you get back. Whether it's lucrative or not, it's you get what you put out. So we're gonna have to walk away from what no longer serves us. Yes, we're gonna, yes, there's a lot of cups. Cups represent, heart, and sometimes we put a lot of passion into things, but they don't work out because it's a new phase, right? And everybody changes. We're not guaranteed to have the same feelings we had the day before or the day before. Do you see what I'm saying? We're not guaranteed to be the same person we were. We're allowed to change, and if that means we have to let go of the people that we were once in our lives, or the jobs that were once in our lives, or we have to do that. And we have to do that because the Ace of Pentacles is there. And we do reap what we sow. We just have to put the time and effort into it. And it is scary, but there is benefits afterwards. Because you have the Seven of Pentacles. You have you waiting for your seeds that you planted, right? You're sitting there and you're waiting for them. And so this was coming in. If you let go and walk away from whatever it is that's holding you back, or whatever's keeping you back. There's a lot of things we can think about, right? Some people have food problems. Some people have exercise problems. Some people have addictions. Some people have no motivation. There's all kinds of different reasons and different ways we need to purge, things we need to purge and get rid of that are no longer serving us, I like to eat a lot of chocolate. there's a lot of things that I'm really trying to purge out of my life, and we should all be doing that, right? So that we could get this new pentacles coming in. We have to walk away from what no longer exists, or what isn't good for us. You know, it's not good for my skin. I don't know why I do it, but it makes me feel better, right? So I do it, and maybe we shouldn't be doing things that make us feel better just because they make us feel better. We have to learn to cope, right? So, and it's all a learning experience. I learn every single day with you guys, and I work with the people that want it, so then we kind of, you know, it's a team thing, this healing, you know, and we do give what we get, we reap what we sow, right? So we have to walk away from what no longer is serving us so that we can reap the benefits from what wants to come in, because we have the King of Cups here. And the King of Cups talks about a man who is very, very, very much in his power. He doesn't have a much, he doesn't show very much emotions, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have them. He's very much, he's a King of Cups, right? So he's strategic about where and when he gives his love or his passions. You got it clarified with the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands represents, it could be an immature kind of energy, but it represents somebody going forth with a passionate new beginning, right? The wand represents passion. It represents like the phallic. So just think of it as like something that, you know, like the Page of Wands is an adventure chaser, is the best way I could describe it. So you have this King of Cups, which is clearly, because it's only the only core card in here, so this is clearly representing us as a collective. And then you have the Page of Wands underneath that, which is clearly our alter ego or whatever you want to call it, right? So we have somebody who is balanced and sensitive and protective and knowledgeable and like a professional man, right? And then you have a Page of Wands, someone who is enthusiastic, and like I said, he chases after what he wants, and he goes after it with his passions and drive and inspiration. So we need to learn how to balance it out, right? So then we can go forth with this Ace of Swords with the Five of Pentacles, okay? The Ace of Swords talks about truth and clarity. It talks about Sungwe Dizo coming in and really showing you the truth, okay? So that you're not feeling like you're stuck or left out in the cold, or like financial, like, you know, that lack mentality. This is that Five of Pentacles. It's the lack mentality, feeling that you're not good enough because of past issues or somebody leaving you out in the cold. We have to understand that people do these things because they have their own issues, right? It really has nothing to do with us. So if we feel like we're being left out of the cold, we have to change our perspective on it and look at the void part of it. So if we're being left out in the cold, and if you're feeling like it's only Sungwe Dizu coming to give you more room for something else, right? And to give you clarity on the situation, so you can look at it in a different perspective and not be dwelling on the past. You know, you get to take the time to sit and really, really like enjoy your own company, right? And have this time to reflect and show yourself that you are grateful, that you are appreciative of yourself, and that it's, you know, you didn't really miss an opportunity, that you just had to step up your boundaries. The Four of Cups is underneath the boundaries, and the Four of Cups talks about discontent and boredom. And this is why the collective has been feeling out in the cold, because a lot of the time people feel like oh, there's always something better out there, right? So this is like, you can have something going so good for you, but there's always going to be something better, right? So that's where a lot of people end up getting themselves really tied up in their own head, because they think that there's they go chasing, and that's that Page of Wands. Okay, it's a very much of a chaser. He chases after things that aren't very much good for him, but sometimes those inspirations do turn into some really good ideas and some really good doors, right, that are start to open for you. But when things don't go your way, you start to feel a little bit self-imposed, and you start to feel like you know, the resentment a little bit, like you're feeling like you're left out in the cold, like this wand. But underneath that is the star, and it's telling us that we have a wish grant coming, something that we really, really, really wanted. And each and every one of us have something that we're reaching, right? We're reaching for something. We're reaching for some kind of goal within ourselves. And of course, we all know what that is. And some of us don't. So we have to go and we have to stop and we have to think about this quiet time, take this quiet time to really reflect and see what we want from this world. Is it a new beginning? Is it to stay where we are? Is it maybe a new job? Maybe it's to maybe it's just to check up on your family more often, because we haven't been doing that. Maybe it's just to take a garbage bag and go clean up the yard as you're walking. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just, who knows what we need to do a little bit more. We're all going through some other things, but we always have to beware, because under the star is the Seven of Swords. So there's always going to be some kind of deceit and deceptive people, right? And you're always going to feel like there's some kind of tug of war within the outside world and yourself, because of our beliefs, and what we really want for ourselves isn't going to be what everybody else wants for them. You know what I mean? Our opinions are always going to be different, and that's where we're going to have the collisions with other people, is because we're not going to always be on the same page. But that's okay, because the Death card is underneath this. And this will come to an end as soon as we start to take the time to look at the void. And it says, everything and nothing exists in the void. It's where all life begins and ends. It's the winter and the womb, the fertile darkness, where all things originate and all seeds grow. Conforming and intimidating, freeing and daunting. It can feel both overwhelmingly small and huge. The void is where faith lives. So we just need to have faith and let go of what no longer serves us and put it to rest, so that we don't have to worry about the deceit or deception that comes in, and we can be the star of our own lives and our own, and get that real wish that we've been wanting. And we can stand up for ourselves and be proud of who we are and all our accomplishments. Because under that is the wounded warrior. That's all our accomplishments. Yes, it's hard and it's a struggling time for a lot of people. But this is why I do this, to know that you're not alone and that we all learn together. Like, we're all learning together. The void is a beautiful thing. We just have to take it in consideration. The Lovers is underneath the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is very much a wounded warrior, okay? We've had a lot of things going on, but we have this new opportunity, and we're going to go forth with it. And we have the Lovers underneath, which talks about balance and harmony. It talks about equilibrium and someone to share your life with. It could also talk about inner balance within yourself, both yin and yang, both light and dark, and both masculine and feminine. So we need to keep into consideration ourselves. And we need to take the time to go in and meditate and purge and be grateful for every little thing we have and all the big things we have and all the opportunities we had and all the opportunities we have, all the people that were in our lives and all the people who aren't in our lives anymore. We have to be grateful for everything because life is so short. We have the Three of Pentacles and and it's talking about working together. And if we work together as a collective and we raise our vibrations, we can really get ourselves out of this mess that we're in right now with this COVID. It's really up to us. We can heal ourselves and we can heal the planet, but we have to work together as a team. Nothing is done separately. We have to put down our burdens and understand that nobody is perfect. We all live our lives to the best of our abilities, okay? We need to be the Queen of Wands and vibrate high, okay? Be magnetic and be a boss, okay? Because there's so much to celebrate. I'm just gonna get some energy cards and see what energy has going on here. And I'm gonna close. Spirit guides, ancestors, oracles, show me the cards I need to see for the void, please. What do you want to tell my collective? Show me the cards I need to see for the void. Please show me the cards I need to see for the void. Rest and rejuvenate. And then I have one way over here. The thinking woman and rest and rejuvenate. So with the void is definitely talking about rest and rejuvenate. 9 and 1 is breaks down to a 10, and 10 talks about beginnings and endings. Look at this. Okay, we need to start to go in and really just get some mental clarity on where we stand in our lives and what we want next, and really do the planning that needs to get done, and really, really, really appreciate what you've been doing and what you've accomplished. Even if it's not so much or it's not so great, we're still here. We're here to breathe another day and be grateful for another day, and just that alone is a reason to celebrate. We're smart. We just have to think about what we need to be doing and go forth with that, okay? There's just so much in this world to be grateful for and so much light to be shared. It's up to all of us to really take the time to think about what we need to do. Rest and rejuvenate. That's why I'm taking time from Facebook. I do my readings, but I'm offline. It's time to just take me. It's the me time. So these are from my ancestors, and it says Shaman of Song and Shaman of Tradition. That's right. Okay, Shaman of Tradition. It's time to go inwards and do what we need to do for ourselves, okay? Whatever you gotta do. It doesn't necessarily have to be what your parents did or what your friends are doing or what your cousins are doing. It's about what you need to do for yourself, okay? And you need to follow your own traditions, make your own way, do your own thing. We don't have to be the same as everybody else as long as our intentions are pure, okay? We can make our own traditions. We can do our own thing. The Shaman of Song. Song is extremely important when in solitude. It's able to raise your vibrations, and your voice is able to really penetrate the earth, and you're able to get those little tingly feelings in your body. It's from singing, it's from dance, it's from really being connected to the earth. And so when you take this time, really listen to the birds and nature, and listen to the song that nature sings. Listen to the calmness, because a lot of people don't understand that. They think like meditation is just, it's dead, right? Dead quiet, but it's not. It's really about being in tune with yourself and in tune with who you are and what's around you, and really going into that, and really breathing and going with your breath, because breath is constant. It's like a song, right? It's like nature, right? So you kind of just go into it, and then you kind of feel into it, and you flow into life, and you don't fight it. It's like a song, it flows. It's a rhythm, you feel it. It's vibration. That's energy. It's the, in a nutshell, that's what energy is. When you feel a song, when you hear a song, that energy, that invisible thing that makes you feel good, drive, inspiration, light, maybe even, depending on sad, all the music, it makes you feel. This is what we need to go in. And when we're sitting by ourselves, we need to feel these feelings. And we need to embrace them. And we need to be grateful that we can feel these things, because a lot of people don't get to feel. And that's why I'm trying to help people to heal, so they too can feel these beautiful, beautiful things that life gives us. It's so beautiful to smell the fresh cut grass, or to, there's feelings in every single thing we do. And because we suppress our feelings with so many things, we don't get to enjoy life like we should. Life is a song, and it should feel like one. And at the bottom of the deck for my ancestors is the spirit of love. Love resonates no matter what. It always carries blessings, and you always have to, it's light. Love is light. You can never go wrong if you use your heart and go with compassion and respect. Love is the greatest thing anybody can give anybody. But it's the greatest blessing you can give yourself, is to love yourself. Okay? So, love and light. Take the time to rest and rejuvenate. Look for the inner light within ourselves, and appreciate everything we've gone through and everything we've accomplished, good or bad. You're beautiful inside and out. So, believe in yourself. Have a beautiful week. Bye.